Welcome to Dr. Mary Travel Best's 5 Steps to Solo Travel, an episode for women like you who need a little extra support traveling the world one woman at a time. I've been traveling independently for decades. Please share this podcast with your parents and future travelers so you make their trips the very best. Travel best. The FAQ in this episode: what is air travel like these days, and what's different from before? The destination is Acadia National Park. Today's mistake: my own car crash in a parking garage. And travel advice is on travel pillows for sleeping on planes. So what is air travel like these days, and what's different from before? That's the FAQ. Here's a few facts. In 2019, the FAA investigated 146 cases of bad behavior. In 2021, it initiated investigations into 1,081 incidents out of a total of 5,981 reports of unruly passengers. So you can see it's getting bad. Some people get to the airport, but they forget to bring basic kindness. The first rule of respectful travel is to accept the rules. Observe the mask mandates, the boarding processes, and any carry-on restrictions. Beyond that, there are some steps you can take to make travel a little more pleasant for everyone around you and avoid conflict. Here are 5 tips. Number 1, don't hog the overhead bins. Number 2, greet your flight attendant. Number 3, prepare yourself ahead of time. Number 4, don't escalate a conflict. And 5, don't bring stinky food on board. And now the destination: Acadia National Park, Maine. I've been to Acadia National Park twice over the last couple of years and really enjoyed the experience, and I want to share it with you. It's a 47,000-acre recreation area on Mount Desert Island. Though it's spelled Mount Desert, desert is actually pronounced dessert, the French pronunciation, in homage to Samuel de Champlain, the celebrated French voyager who explored and named the island in 1604. Acadia is marked by woodland rocky beaches and granite peaks. It's a good destination for a solo traveler or with a friend. All seasons have something to offer. I'd say it's a step 1 or step 2 trip. At 4 million visits a year, it's one of the top 10 most visited national parks in the United States. Visitors see 27 miles of roads. They can hike 158 miles of trails, and horses can explore 45 miles with you on carriage roads. There is a shuttle service that runs through the park from late June through late October, so you don't need a car during those times. The weather is temperate due to the ocean climate, and it rains often. You may see morning fog in the summer. So what's significant about the geography? Well, it's the highest point in the United States East Coast. It's Cadillac Mountain. And you'll find some nature, wildlife, moose, bear, seabirds, whales. You are close to the town of Bar Harbor, where you'll see restaurants, shops, and entertainment. You'll like the smell of the salty air as you walk through the national park and along the streets of Bar Harbor. My favorite time of the year is the fall. The colors are magnificent. I had trouble finding a hotel nearby on Columbus Day weekend. I had to drive quite a ways to find a hotel because I didn't make reservations that week. Now, Bar Harbor is Mount Desert Island's largest community. It's a 5-hour drive from Boston and 50 miles from Bangor International Airport. It's the shopping, dining, and nightlife headquarters of the island, the second largest on the eastern seaboard behind Long Island. The springtime is lovely and cool. Don't expect to be too hot in this area. It is a bit of a drive to get there. I'd prefer to fly into Boston and drive the 5 hours. But you might decide to go to Bangor and then drive 50 miles. Now for today's mistake. My own car crash in a parking garage. I was pulling out of my parking spot too quickly. My wheels were turned and I hit the cement post of the parking garage. That was poor planning. So if you're in a tight parking spot, make sure you pull out carefully and straight, slowly, so not hitting anything on the side. My mistake hurt the car and my pride. Don't do what I did. Slow down when backing up. And now for today's travel advice. We're going to talk about travel neck pillows. Now, these are foam, and some have straps that go around a headrest to help you sleep on the plane. I did a Twitter poll of my followers to discover your favorites, and the TRTL pillow won. It's got a cushioned foam section that you can adjust to be anywhere around your neck, whether you like to fall asleep forward or to the side. The second favorite was the TRTL Plus, a newer version with an adjustable neck support, which also allows for a breathable mesh. Some other brands include Ostrich, Hoosie, Air Comfy Ease, Travel Vest, Ultimate, and Vlock. So if you like ideas on pillows, you'll be able to test some of these out. And I'll be talking about sleep ideas for apps in future episodes. I want to bring meaning to your travels, so send me your travel tips. You can send it to the Facebook page group or Instagram. You can send it to a Twitter, to my blog, or maybe you'll even be able to read your tips in 5 steps to solo travel.
What's on your travel bucket list? Tell the doctor and her team of women who travel the world seeking the very best. Dr. Travel Best, that is.